Authorities in West Kameng district have sent out an alert after a massive forest fire which broke out near Thembang under Dirang subdivision on Saturday started spreading towards Rama Camp and the southern parts of the village. Officer in charge of Dirang police station, Inspector 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗘, informed that the wildfire was brought under control at Thembang. However, the fire was spreading with a radius of 6 to 7 kilometers and cannot be doused completely. 3 fire tenders are kept ready at Thembang. Police personnel along with jawans and officers of SSB and villagers are engaged in dousing the fire. The officer in charge has alerted nearby villagers to be vigilant as the fire has already spread towards Rama Camp and towards the southern parts of the village. So that's the big story we are tracking from Arunachal at this hour. Authorities in West Kameng district have sent out an alert after a massive forest fire which broke out near Thembang under the Dirang subdivision on Saturday started spreading towards Rama Camp and the southern parts of the village. Officer in charge of the Dirang police station, Inspector 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗘, informed that the wildfire was brought under control at Thembang. However, the fire was spreading with a radius of 6 to 7 kilometers and cannot be doused completely. 3 fire tenders are kept ready at Thembang. Police personnel along with jawans and officers of SSB and villagers are engaged in dousing the fire. The officer in charge has already alerted nearby villagers to be vigilant as the fire has started spreading towards Rama Camp and towards the southern parts of the village. So visuals on your screens of the forest fire. This is the big story Northeast Life is tracking at this hour, and police, SSB and villagers are engaged in dousing the forest fire. That's big story coming in from Arunachal at this hour, and this fire in fact started on Saturday. It's been already 2 days and the authorities are trying to control the forest fire. And my colleague Prem Chhetri is over the phone line for more details on this big story from Arunachal. Well, Prem, a massive forest fire, it started near Thembang on Saturday. It's been 2 days already since this fire has started. Now, first thing, how did this forest fire actually start and what is being done to control this blaze? What steps are the authorities taking right now?
So, the forest fire that broke out on the Saturday, and as soon as that fire was observed, then the police and the villagers, they rushed to the site and they started to douse the fire. And meanwhile, the 30 SSB, the jawans and officers also rushed to the site and they tried to douse the fire. So it was nearly 11:30 on the Saturday night that they doused the fire. And next morning, the fire again started to smolder and it was smoldering on Sunday. So the administration, from the side of administration, the ADC Dirang, circle officer from Dirang, and the police officers, the officer in charge of Dirang police stations and the 30 SSB, they all rushed to the site and they managed to douse the fire. Meanwhile, the 2 fire tenders were also kept at Thembang, near Thembang village, where the possibilities are if there will be the fire breakout and if it proceeds further, then that could be doused in time. So at the time, now the fire has already been doused, but the officer in charge of Dirang police station has also alerted the nearby villagers there's the possibilities of the breaking of fires in other places. So he has also cautioned the people and saying that the fire has now diverted. It has been diverted to the Rama Camp site. So there's the possibilities of breaking of fire in the new places. So this is how the administrations and the police and the firefighters and also the jawans and officers of 30 SSB of Dirang, they have all put together their efforts to douse the fire. And now at the same time, it could be said that although there is no any threat to the village is quite intact. But the fire that reached up to the 5 to 4 kilometers near the village, and the fire has now brought under control. But the official in charge of Dirang police station has also said that the fire has not been completely doused. It may take some few more days to douse the fire.
Right. Also, Prem, from the visuals that we have accessed, we can see big clouds, huge clouds of smoke coming in from the affected area of the forest land. Now, do you have any details how much of forest land has been under blaze? And as we know that nearby villages, they have been affected. The fire is spreading, and the villages, they have been asked to be vigilant. Now, you have any details or any updates or any reports of losses or any losses of property or any cropland in this forest fire, Prem?
No, actually, the fire that has been spread within the radius of 6 to 7 kilometers, as the official in charge of the police station has stated, and there is no any loss of property or life, because the fire that got spread was just in the slope of the village, and there is no any crop cultivations over there. It is just only some trees and plants are there. So there is no any damage to the crop. But the village, which is nearly 4 to 5 kilometers away from the fire site, so now the village is intact, and only the official in charge, he alerted the villagers, saying that there is the possibilities, because fire could not be predicted where the fire can move away. So at that point of time, there is no any damage of crops or anything.